What's up everyone, welcome back to another Dirt Master 3 video, and Happy New Year everyone. This is going to be the first video that I post in the year 2023. 2022, late 2022 was a better year for this channel. I've came back, I've uploaded weekly. This year I'm going to continue to do that, and we're going to start off with a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and that is another tier list, but a tier list on every new Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet, introduced in Scarlet and Violet, the Generation 9. So we're just gonna head straight straight into the tier list. But let me just change this to gray real quick. Yeah, the F tier to the lighter gray. This region had a lot of cool Pokemon. In my team, I have a when I played Scarlet, I have a team of 12 as my main team that just kept rotating depending on which battles are up ahead. But I really enjoyed most of these designs. Some of them stand out a lot more than the others. Some I didn't like at first, but I liked more as I got to learn about the Pokemon, I got to use it. But let's get started. Sprigatito. So Sprigatito is the starter that personally I picked for my region. Adorable little cat. I named mine Koneko after the DXD character, and it was a female. It was super strong. Well, early game at least. Meowscarada and Floragato were stronger when they were in that stage, but early game it was really strong for me. And I don't know why. I think I just had like good IVs or something. But adorable cat. I instantly picked. Yeah, it was between Fuecoco and Sprigatito, but all my friends basically wanted Fuecoco, so I just picked Sprigatito just to be different. But yeah, Sprigatito up in the S tier straight away. One of my favorite Pokemon in this region. Floragato. I know a lot of people prefer Floragato over Meowscarada, and to me, I prefer Sprigatito over over Floragato, and yeah, but it's still one of my favorite Pokemon coming out of the region. I didn't even notice it had a yo-yo to begin with. I only found that out recently. But solid design, and looks like a lot of people dislike how Sprigatito became bipedal once again, and yeah, I was hoping for like a Sabertooth type evolution. But what we got, I'm also content with, because I'm not one of those people that like I want a quadruped. If it turns bipedal, I didn't care. Meowscarada, I'm only putting it above Sprigatito. Like I like Sprigatito's design more, but Meowscarada I used a lot more. Like it was very strong. Its move, flower gift. I forgot the move name. Let me search it up real quick. But its signature move, it's like critical hit. Yeah, flower trick. It's critical hit every single time, doesn't miss. It's very strong. Grass dark type, good move set. Yeah, I really enjoyed using it. Also, disclaimer for this video: I'm not ranking these Pokemon based on their competitive usage or their battle prowess. I am rating them based on my own opinion, based on their design, my experiences with them in battle. Yeah, personal experiences, attachment to them. Yeah, opinion. It is my opinion on each of these Pokemon. Fuecoco. So yeah, Sprigatito wouldn't be up here if it was competitive battling. Fuecoco, adorable Pokemon. I've shiny hunted for them. The pink Fuecoco, a shiny Fuecoco, because out of all the starters, Fuecoco had the best shiny. So yeah, I've hunted it down. It's so adorable, brainless little creature. It would have been my second choice. I don't actually remember his name, but the evolution of Fuecoco, because I didn't pick it. Let me see. Crocator. Fire type. Yeah, it looks. I like the sombrero with the egg. I didn't know that was an egg at first, but other than that, it just looks a bit derpy. It's like a Quilladin, so I don't dislike it. So it's not in D or F, but I don't like it either. So I'll put it in C tier. Skeledirge though. Skeledirge is what I wanted for Coco evolution. It looked really cool. I like it a lot. It stopped the zodiac theory, but alligators, crocodiles, they live in the same world as horses, so technically they're a horse. But I'll put it above Florigato. It looks really sick, and I like the aspect of the bird. But I want like more lore with the bird. I want to understand that a bit more. Also, its cry is amazing. Quaxley, my least favorite out of all of them. I do not know why, but it's cute, I guess. But that's really all it's got going for it. It has like a nice personality, like a cool personality. Yeah, Quaxwell, awkward middle stage starter. Quaquaval, very unique, I'd say. Honestly, I'd say it's like around C tier as well, because I don't really. For me, Navona had the Quaquaval because I picked Sprigatito, but it feels too weird looking for a Pokemon. But I'm glad we got a peacock Pokemon, a half duck, half peacock Pokemon. It really. I wish the execution was a bit better. It moves a bit too much in battle as well. Now, Lechonk. When I first started my playthrough, about 5 minutes in after I picked Sprigatito in the first round, 3 minutes in the first round, I found a shiny Lechonk. So it boosted Lechonk all the way up here to me. Lechonk's already a hilarious name. It's a goofy pig, and it was a normal type, so it got a lot of good stab moves very early on, and it was pretty strong. Even though it's an early normal type, it was still holding its own. And same with Oinkoloing. I pretty sure I got and I have the male version, but both Oinkoloings, I'd say high B tier. I don't like one over the other, but it was pretty underrated in my team. It had Yawn, so it's good for catching Pokemon, and Headbutt did a lot of damage. It had good coverage as well with Seed Bomb and Dig. But yeah, I used it on my team, one of the members of my team, and one of the few early normal types that aren't rodents, which is really cool. Tarantula. I don't actually know. Tarantula. I don't know. But this is the first 8-legged spider Pokemon we have. I'm pretty sure it has 8 legs, doesn't it? I remember it had 8 legs. I could have sworn. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has 8 legs. But early bug type, I wish it was stronger because I used one very early on, but I had to box it because I only wanted a team of 12. But yeah, good C tier. I wish it was better stat wise. Well, I wish Spidops was a lot better stat wise, because Spidops look really cool. If only it evolved once more, it might have been usable. But until then, it's just above Quaxley. And now Nimble. At first I didn't understand it, but now I learned to appreciate its design. It looks pretty cool. And yeah, just like Spidops, I wish it was a bit stronger. Even though low kicks is really cool and also really strong. But yeah, I'm gonna say Nimble I like more than Tarantula, but low kicks on the other hand. The Kamen Rider Pokemon, honestly, it feels weird to see it in a Pokemon game. It doesn't mean it's bad, but it just feels weird to see that in a Pokemon game. In all honesty, it looks cool, but I don't really like it as much as others because I haven't used it. I didn't interact with it much. All I've seen is it roaming around the overworld, and that's really about it. I don't really have much else to say. The cool typing, I definitely want to use it in another playthrough though. Palmy is another one of those early Pokemon that I have caught and used, and this for a Pikachu clone is amazing. People don't understand how great the Palmy line is in terms of the Pikachu clones, because other than Pikachu and Raichu, of course, no other Pikachu clone evolve, and none of them are really usable for a main series team, for like a main story playthrough. Aside, people, Mimikyu is not a Pikachu clone. All right, let me just get that straight. But Palmy is, and Palmy and Palmo and Palmot, even though the line is very boring, they are the first ever electric fighting types, and they are the first usable stat-wise and like Pikachu clone that evolves. And Palmy is an adorable little Pokemon that deserves to be an A tier. Palmo, not really, it's just Palmy standing up, but it's still electric fighting type, really good. Palmot, it's gotta be in this tier. Mine had like Drain Punch. Did I have Drain Punch? I can't remember. But it had Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, so I gave it like the new item, the gloves, and it was really strong. And I used it for my main team. And now the family of mouses, Tandemaus. Tandemaus, a bit boring design, but yeah, like the designs is really boring in my opinion. But the concept as a whole is amazing, and these little mice, the little mice children, they're so cute. Population Bomb, amazing move. It's really broken as a Pokemon. So overall, I'd say they are above Spidops. I can't really say, yeah, the Mousehold family, they are also in the same place. The only thing that I like more about the Mousehold family than Tandemaus duo is just that the little babies are so cute. Fido, another adorable Pokemon. This little dog, out of the three, the first stage of the three, either Grievard or Fido is my favorite out of all of them, out of the three dogs. But yeah, where's Grievard? Grievard is here. Maybe Fido is my favorite probably out of three in terms of design. I didn't use one. I didn't use any of the dogs actually. Excuse me. My nose is a bit runny. I have allergies, but that's beside the point. I'd say it's like high B tier. It's alright for a pastry dog. It's one of those like food Pokemon that is actually not just food, you know? Like, it's not just a cake. It's a dog, like a full-on dog, like with pastry ears. It's really cute. Though when it evolves into Dash Bun, it just gets cooked, and that's what I wanted in a Fido evolution. I want to use this. If this was Fairy Fire instead of just pure Fairy, I definitely would have used it for my series playthrough team. But yeah, missed opportunity because it gets cooked. It should evolve by like Firestone or something cool like that, or evolved. An idea could be like it gets burned. It's like wheezing. Sorry, coughing into Galarian wheezing. It gets burned, and then it evolves into Dash Bun. Smoliv, another adorable Pokemon. I'd say probably below low kicks. I don't know if it's low kicks, low key, low kick. I don't know, but I always call it low kicks. Smoliv, don't really have much to say about that. Darliv also don't really have much to say. Same with, what's his name? Arboliva. I don't really have much to say about them. They're like C tier. I didn't use them. I barely interacted with them. Arboliva, solid design. Darliv, also solid design. They're Pokemon, like, because I picked Sprigatito. It's not really, Grass Normal is kind of a bad typing. So, yeah, I might use it in a second playthrough with, if I pick like Kyoko or Quaxley. So then I could like test it out, and maybe I'll have a better opinion, right? Better opinion on it than Squawkabilly. Personally, it feels a bit boring. I like the concept of like the 4 different colors doing 4 different things. Out of all of them, I'm just gonna rate them based on how I like the colors on them. But Squawkabilly as a whole, they're like low C tier, borderline D tier, because they feel boring. They should evolve. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure they're also pretty weak. I know they're fast, I don't know how actually usable or strong they are. I thought they were at first I thought they were a regional variant for Chatot, but I guess not. Yeah, I'm putting them low C tier. I could put them in high D tier, but I don't want. I don't really dislike them. They are decent looking. Personally, green is my favorite color. Then I guess either the white or the blue could switch around, but I'm put the white first. And yellow is probably my least favorite out of all of them. I do not know why. Knackley. So Knackley, until I found out about his name, it would have been C tier, B tier, low B tier, high C tier, or low C tier. I don't know. But its name, it just blew my mind. It's Knackley, NACL, salt. It's it's like a perfect name. The Minecraft mushroom block, Minecraft Mario mushroom block, deserves to be above low kick, whatever. The Minecraft frog Pokemon, that goes stack though. I like a bit less, honestly. Probably above Smarlet, but yeah, it's not really the best. I don't really know what else they could have done with the design other than do this, but yeah, it's like the Graveler, the Graveler of the line. It's not really as good as the first stage or the final stage. Final stage of Garganical. Garganical, I would say probably high B tier. Yeah, above Fido, because it looks really cool. I want to use one. If I known this is what it will evolve into, I would have used the Nectar on my team. But I'll definitely use it in another playthrough. I know its move like Salt Cure is also really strong, so I'm excited to use it. Okay, now these guys, Carcadet. I hate Carcadet for a certain reason. It has a cool design. I like its concept. Excuse me. Except it took me 6 hours of not even gameplay time because I wasn't doing anything in the story. I beat the no, I didn't beat him. I spent 6 hours looking for a Carcadet because the ones that are in the guaranteed spawn, they died because I didn't save. And then I spent 6 hours looking for it, 6 hours not doing the story, 6 hours not playing the game, 6 hours just looking for one specific Pokemon until I found a Carcadet. It was so annoying and I hate it so much just for that. So it can go in DJ. Armarouge is by far, I want to take back everything I've said about Armarouge. Everything I've said. Because at first, and if you've seen my video on my opinions on every Pokemon Scarlet and Violet revealed so far, I hated Armarouge at that time. I thought it looked really weird. I didn't like it. And until I used one, I really dislike it. But I thought, maybe because I picked Scarlet, I know it's gonna evolve into Armarouge. So I want to try using it because I like using Pokemon I dislike to maybe develop a bond with it, use it a bit more, learn about it, and then I like it. I'll like it a bit more. That was the case for Armarouge. I used it. Fire Psychic, it was strong. It was the backbone of my team. Meowscarada and Armarouge were Meowscarada was the one holding the team up, was the foundation. Armarouge was the backbone, or I guess the cannons of the team. It was super strong. Even as a Carcadet, it was strong until I found out how to evolve it because I didn't use Google. And what I found so amazing about this is that at the end of the playthrough, I checked its IVs because I unlocked IV checks after beating the game. It had 0 IVs, or it had no good. It had 0 IVs into special attack, and not only that, it had a minus special attack in nature, and it was still super strong. So my respect for this Pokemon has gone all the way up. Ceruledge is also really cool. I wish I could have used it in the second playthrough of the game, maybe a third playthrough, in a playthrough where I'm not using for Coco, I am most likely going to ask my friend that plays Violet, ask a friend that plays Violet to send me the armor that evolves Carcanet into Ceruledge, so I can use Ceruledge on my team. Yet I'm not really much to say about it. It looks really cool. Looks really cool. Cool design, cool blades. I really like it a lot. Cool colors. It's just overall amazing Pokemon. I haven't used it in battle yet, but if it's anything like if it's just a physical Armarouge, then I know I'll like it. Tadbulb, I wouldn't say it's as good as what's his name? Quagswell? Was this Quagswell? Yeah, I don't think it's as good as Quagswell. Sorry, as bad as Quagswell. But to me, at first when I first saw it, I thought it was a regional Temple, regional Temple, but it's not. But yeah, same with Bellybolt. Pokemon I don't really like. I have a personal phobia of frogs, so that's one reason why I don't like it. Another reason I don't like this Pokemon is because its eyes are here. The yellow parts on its face are eyes. Because the fake eye, the freaking bulges on the side of his head are fake, and it just weirds me out, and I don't like it. So maybe I'll use it one day and maybe I'll like it, but personally, not my favorite. A thick boy though. Wattrel reminded me of using a Tailo. Same with Kilowattrel, it reminds me of using Swellow in my first ever Omega Ruby playthrough. It was really fun to use. Electric flying type. I often know the Kilowattrel was like one of the members of my team that I use the most personally, because two of its typings is two typings that I just really like to use, and like two really good typings. I personally put Wattrel above Fido. Like Kilowattrel, I put it like above Ceruledge. Like a cool design, like it's simplistic, simple design, but it's like why I like Swellow. It's really cool, but probably up there in my top 3 fair regional bird Pokemon. And it was very strong for me. And one of my few special attackers on the team. Because my team was full of physical attackers. Armarouge is the other one. Next is Mazchief. Really ugly looking dog. But that's not a bad thing, because that's the point. Bulldogs are meant to be... Is it Bulldog? I'm pretty sure it's a Bulldog. Bulldogs are meant to be ugly. Bulldog Pokemon is meant to be ugly, and like ugly cute kind of Pokemon. And I guess it does show that a bit. So I can't really rate it too low. I rate it like maybe above Nimble or below Nimble. I'd say below Nimble. He's a good little puppy. He's just, if it looked a bit cuter, maybe I used it. At first, this is gonna sound weird, but when I played through the game, I went to the area near the bug type gym, and I saw it on the map. I didn't see it exactly, but I saw it on the map. But I saw it far away in there because I didn't really pay attention to it. I thought it looked like a Triceratops looking thing, it's Sprite, and then I found out it was just a dog. I was a bit disappointed. Mabulstiff is personally not really my favorite Pokemon, obviously, but not my favorite design. It has an okay design. My friend saw the leaks of the game, so I asked him to send me one random Pokemon from the leak. Just completely one random one, because Game Freak wasn't giving us any more trailers. So I just wanted one random one, and he gave me just the face of Mabulstiff, so I thought it looked like Chewbacca at first. But after the story with Arvin and the Titan story, it made me like Mabulstiff a lot. Probably my favorite out of the evolved dogs. And yeah, it just reminded me of my real life dog, who is no longer here with me. But yeah, it brought back memories, of the good boy that he was. So yeah, it made me feel very bad for Arvid's Mumblestiff, and yeah, that story was so well written. So for that, Mumblestiff gets an A behind Skeledirge. Shroodle. I don't know why every time I run next to it, I always think it's shiny because its colors are so weird. But yeah, it's a weird looking shrew. I'd say it's above low kicks. Yeah. Scarfii, at first I thought it looked really cool. I wish it would evolve or have a better ability, like maybe like show more gimmick, like have more gimmick into it, you know. Stats were pretty decent. I just wish, yeah, I wish it had like more to it than just, because poison normal is not really the best typing, and normal something not really a good typing, but still, I'd say like I like it more than low kicks, but I rate it below Nappy. For give me a second, I need to blow my nose. I deeply apologize if you hear that. Hopefully you did not. Now Tauros. All three Tauros, really cool design. Tauros is a phenomenal Pokemon already. But yeah, Tauros's regional variant also looks really cool. I know it just changes the colors a bit, but I don't care. It still looks amazing. Especially Fire Tauros. I really wanted to use Fire Tauros on my team, but I just don't know. I don't know why I didn't use it. I found it really late. No, I found it early actually. I found it early, but then I never used it. I want to use Fire Tauros on my future team, 100%. So Fire Tauros is probably my favorite out of all of them, and then normal Tauros and then Water Tauros. Because Water Tauros I never really see in the wild, so I don't really have much experience with it. But out of all of them, they can go up here in high B tier. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll put it there. Bramblin. At first, when I went into the desert part of the map and I saw just Bramblin rolling around, I thought it was just a tumbleweed in the background, but it was actually a Pokemon when I encountered it. And honestly, what else could you really do with a tumbleweed Pokemon? I know it's a bit boring, but there's not really much else you can do with it. So I'd say it's above Knuckle Stack. Same with its evolution, Bramblegast. One of the later Pokemon that I caught for my decks because I didn't want to bother like walking around 1,000 steps with Bramblin. But then after like an hour of hunting it, I gave up. So then I just evolved to my Bramblin. One Pokemon I really want to use in another playthrough, once again another grass type that I couldn't use because my starter was my main grass type of the team. And yet, like solid design. There's not really much else you can do with a tumbleweed Pokemon, so you gotta give them credit for at least trying their best to make it look really good. Toadschool. Toadschool, the Squidward freaking mushroom tentacle. For a convergent evolution, it is really cool. No, convergent divergent. Pretty sure it's divergent evolution. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called divergent evolution. But I get confused between the two. Diverge going to each other, yeah. Tentacle, I don't really like it that much. It looks a bit stupid for the design. But the only thing that's saving it is the way it runs. It's the funniest Pokemon in it. It's so fucking goofy. The way it runs is just hilarious to me. So because of that, it can go above go below Mousehold and Tandemaus. Tentacool though. Not Tentacool, sorry. Toadscrew. Yeah, not really the best. There's not really much you could really do because you could like make an entirely new Pokemon, but Toadscrew, sorry, not entirely new, but a tiny new design instead of just using Tentacruel, but that would ruin the point of convergent evolution. So yeah, I'd say like high D tier because it looks a bit weird and creepy to me. Cloth, I hate Cloth. Cloth is stupid, it should not exist. They are loud, they are annoying, and they are pointless. Capsicid. Honestly, a bit disappointing. Okay, no, not Capsicid. Capsicid is okay. Capsicid, I'd say it's like around the same as like Trudeau, Nibble. Like, same as these guys. The ones that I don't really care too much about. I'd say it's like the worst out of the bunch though. The Skull Villain though. It is very, a bit disappointing. For a fire grass type, a chili pepper is like one of the first ideas people would normally come up with. And I like that idea, but the execution is a bit poor. Like, its face just looks so ugly. I wish the body wasn't just green. I wish like maybe this part was red in the center. Maybe it looked better, have a change of face. Or like the bottom parts, like, I know it's meant to be like seeds, but like maybe not have the seeds like go through its fucking face. Oh no, I think I swore. I apologize. Freaking. I'll maybe sometimes swear every now and then. So I apologize in advance. But yeah, I just wish it was better. Like as a Pokemon, I think it's good, and I want to use it maybe in my Quaxley team. But just disappointed with how the first ever Grass Fire type came out, because it's such a cool combo as a type, and it had so much potential, honestly. Relore, I used it. Second funniest Pokemon in the whole region. It's very goofy and funny. Probably above Smoliv. I put it above Smoliv. Yeah, I like it more than Smoliv. I like it more than Ramblin. Rabsca. Rabsca is another Pokemon I use and like my third special attacker in my team, and it's really cool. Cool concept, cool design. It's just a bit confusing, and the evolution method was kind of annoying, but overall solid Pokemon. One of the first, I think one of the first few bug types that I've used on the main series team. But yeah, I'm glad I kept it because it was really good on my team. Flittle are everywhere, and they're so tiny, so I just run into them, so they get kind of annoying. But other than that, it's a really cute egg Pokemon. I'd say yeah, it's about the same as Quaxley and Crocodile, so I'll put it below Crocodile. I think I like Crocodile more. Esparthra. I still don't know how to pronounce this name, but overall cool looking Pokemon. I like a lot. I like everything about it, except its hair. I don't like its hairstyle because it just looks like a lot of Western musicians. But other than that, I wish it got a second typing, and then yeah, it would have been a Pokemon I would have wanted to use. But overall, really solid Pokemon. Still like Oinkologne better, but better than Brabogath. This line has gotta be like it's an amazing line. I saw Tinkatink because a lot of the new Pokemon has been like spoiled to me to do like random stuff, but Tinkatink was one of the first Pokemon I've seen like genuinely just like while I'm like about in my journey, and I thought it was so cool. Psychic, Fairy Steel type, best typing in the game, best type combination in the game. I mean, like it's really adorable at first, so I wanted to use it on my team, and I'm glad I did. Diane, the Tinkaton, was by far the powerhouse of the team, and named after the 7 Deadly Sins character. I would put them all like up here, probably. Tinkatink in high B tier. They still look a bit like a child, and yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. It's just I don't think it's as A tier level. I don't think it's the same as like these, but it's still really cool and really cute. Tinkatuff is up here, above. I'd say above Rabsca. Really cool looking Pokemon, and really cool concept, and everything about it is amazing. And Tinkaton, by far the Pokemon I have used the most for raid battles, 5-star raids, Its typing is just too good, and its moveset is really good as well. So I'd say it's above Kilowattrel. I wouldn't say it's between. Yeah, I could move it around here, but I know it's below Squeakantito. Wiglet, funny Pokemon at first. I tried using it on my team, and then I asked my friend, does it evolve into something cool or does it evolve into 3 Wiglets? And he said it's different enough, and meaning that the colors are different and there's a rock. But because I saw Wugtrio, I forgot where I saw it, but I saw Wugtrio earlier, and I just decided I'll box it because I didn't need it on my team. I'll look for a different water type. But before that, it was alright. Wugtrio, disappointing. Yeah, it's just a disappointment, honestly. Convergent evolutions are really cool, but like I wish the execution was much better. I wish. Bombardier, a stork Pokemon that instead of dropping babies, it dropped bombs. No, not bombs. It dropped rocks. The Titan version was battle was really easy because it was one of the last battle. It was the second last battle I had behind the bug gym, because I did that second last and the bug gym last. Aside from wait, I'm pretty sure I did this one last actually. Can't remember, but I either did Bombardier Titan last or the bug gym last, and I just destroyed it. It was really annoying to try to catch one because they kept either breaking out or dying. But honestly, it's pretty average Pokemon. Wish it had more to it, like maybe an evolution or pre-evolution. Now, Finizen. I saw this one out in the wild, genuinely, without spoilers, and it looks so cool. I'm so glad we finally got a Dolphin Pokemon. I'm not one of those people that wished for a Dolphin Pokemon, but I'm glad we got one. And even though it's not that strong as a Finizen, it's still really good and really cute. So I'll put it up here in A tier. I gotta put freaking Palafin in A tier as well. Like I used it on my team, but the only thing it got was a heart. I wish it evolved into something better, honestly. I like the concept of the My Hero Academia style ability, but I just wish it was better. Yeah, like better design instead of just a heart. I know I like the concept, but it could just evolve into a normal, better, cooler looking dolphin, honestly. And I dislike that it was pure water. Palafin hero form. Yeah, not really the best, but it was really strong. I can say that. Varoom and Revavroom, both of them I have the same opinion on. I don't really like. A bit disappointing, but there's not really much you could really do with the car engine Pokemon, I guess. So, I mean, I like that, like how it was incorporated into the Team Star story. But other than that, not really my favorite. Cyclizar, also not really one of my favorites. Its shiny is really cool though. But other than that, I don't like how it's like just the present version of Koraidon and Miraidon, and they are like the Paradox versions. I just wish that it was like maybe a Pokemon that looks similar to them but not like fully the same, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of like Paradox, whatever. Overall, I'm disappointed you can't ride, because I'm pretty sure in this trailer I've seen people riding it other than the NPCs, like the actual players riding it. But yeah, I'd say that it's above low kick. Orthworm, not really, once again, not really one of my favorites. It looked really derpy and goofy at first, but other than that, its shiny is pretty cool, and that's really the only plus about it. This one can go to, freaking, I hate this one so much. Glimmet, the first ever Glimmet I found, it was like genuine, even though it was like a week after. I still haven't been spoiled of Glimmet, and like when I first saw it, I thought it looked pretty cool. So I tried to catch it, it exploded. So I just decided to catch it like for my decks afterwards. I was gonna use it on my team, but I guess not. Rock poison type, decent type thing. But then I've shiny hunted this thing twice. The first time, I shiny hunted it for like an hour, with the mass outbreak. But then the time changed and the new mass outbreaks occurred, so it just didn't want to spawn. After I got the shiny charm, made sandwiches, I found one and it exploded. And then I found the second one and it also exploded. I hate this thing. It just doesn't want to be my Pokemon. I hate it so much. I want to Masuda method hunt it just so it can't explode. Glimmora, a really cool Pokemon. I like its incorporation in the Area Zero. Overall, I'd say like yeah. I like Tauros more. Hounds, no, Greavard and then Houndstone. Both of them, Greavard I like around the same as Fido, but Fido more. Houndstone I like less. I wish Greavard evolved. I don't really know what else it could evolve into, but yeah, put it below Brambleghast. But it just the face looks a bit too, I wouldn't say ugly, but creepy, which I really like. I like that its face is creepy because it's a ghost type. I just don't like the hair. The hair really ruins it for me. If it's like a full-on skeletal dog, I think that would have been cool. Flamigo, this thing's aggressive, man. When I first played the game, I just running around. It just kept on attacking me over and over. But it's around the same as like Bombardier. It's about as cool as a regular Flamingo, but I like its name. That's really about it. Setaro has gotta be the cutest new Pokemon ever. In my opinion, Setaro's up there with Eevee and Spheal as the top 3 cutest Pokemon of all time. Because of that, Setaro, you go all the way up here to S tier. Titan is also really cool. It evolves into something that looks really strong and is really strong. I really want to use one, but I had used a different ice type in my journey. So probably another playthrough I'll use the Titan because it is a really cool Pokemon that I really like and want to use. I like it a lot more than Palafin, hero form, or as I like to call it, the All Might form. Veluza, this thing, if you go in the water, it just attacks you. It's really annoying. But I like how it fillets itself. Its shiny is really cool. And yeah, cool looking poison. No, it's not even poison type. I keep thinking it's poison type because it's the purple spikes. But water psychic type. I wish it was more usable though. Better stats. Overall, I'd say it's also B tier. But I'd say it's above Fido, but below Wattrel. Dondozo and Tatsugiri. At first, these two are also one of the more Pokemon that I genuinely saw on my own, and while I'm out exploring, the sushi feel of a Pokemon. I like the concept of how it just hides like to camouflage as sushi, but it feels a bit weird. I also like the concept between like sushi and a commander. It like controls the Pokemon. The only thing I don't get is how this is a dragon. That's the one thing I'm questioning. How is Tatsugiri a dragon? And yeah, other than that, Dondozo, cool catfish Pokemon. I like all 4 of them about the same amount. So I'd probably put them above Veluza. I like Dondozo more than the Tatsugiris. Yeah, Tatsugiri color is not really. I don't really mind either of them. I think the orange one has the cool, best design of all of them though, because it has 2 colors. Sorry, not 2 colors. It has a proper pattern. But yeah, maybe I just can't see the patterns on these. Annihilate. I know a lot of my friends love Annihilate. Personally, Annihilate was okay to me. Primate was a Pokemon in need of an evolution or regional variant, and Annihilate was perfect. I just wish I used it because it's a really cool Pokemon with a good typing, like Marshadow typing. It's just I didn't get to use it, and its design is a bit okay. Its design could have been a bit better, honestly. I'm not too big of a fan of this design, but its move and concept as a whole, like it dies to evolve, it's amazing. I just wish one of the mechanics was like Primate has to faint after using 20 Rage Fists and then it evolves, because that would be so cool. Annihilate, it's gotta be up there in A tier, honestly. No, high B tier. Wooper is also probably the second cutest Pokemon in this entire region. I love regular Wooper and I love chocolate Wooper even more. So Wooper, you can go up here. Clodsire is the perfect Pokemon out of this region. I think it's gotta be up here. It's gotta be number one. Clodsire has gotta be my favorite out of all of them. Wooper was on my team since the beginning, and I kept it all the way till it was a Clodsire. It's so perfect. It's so cute. I like the little stubby foot. It's so flat and squishy. I want like a whole like plushie of it. It's the perfect Pokemon on this whole region. So derpy, so like no brain. It looks like it has no brain inside that big head, and I love it so much. I love it to death. Probably my favorite Pokemon of this whole region. And oh my god, 45 minutes. There's a lot of Pokemon in this list, and good thing there's only about 2 lines left. For Rigraff, the evolution Giraffe Rig really needed, but not really one of my favorites. I like how there's a lot of it in Area 0, but other than that, cool design. And I like that it's like proper, like a lot taller now, like how a giraffe should be. The Dunsparce. I had a Dunsparce for like the first few like hours of my playthrough. Then I realized it evolved into the Dunsparce, so I boxed it. I was hoping it evolved into something better, but one of the few Pokemon that I mentioned in the Pokemon that deserves an evolution video. And I hate its evolution, but I love it at the same time because it's a Game Freak troll. They knew we wanted a Dunsparce evolution, and we got it, but at what cost? Yeah, I'd say it's about as... I gotta move some down. I'd say it's below 10 else. I gotta move these guys down to C tier, honestly. There's no reason why I shouldn't. They don't belong on the same level as some of the Pokemon in the B tier. King Gambit, another cool Pokemon. I didn't even know Bisharp is needed in evolution, but I don't think it did because Bisharp is already a really good Pokemon. But yeah, really cool Pokemon. I know one of my friends who is super interested in chess would probably love this Pokemon. And yeah, overall, I'd say it's like above Rigraff. Yeah, I'd say out of the evolutions of new Pokemon, it's one of the better ones. Probably like close to Annihilate. It just has too much going on, honestly. There's too much going on here. The way to evolve is absolutely cool. Paradox Pokemon. So I played Scarlet, so V6 and Roaring Moon are like the ones I've interacted with the most. And Great Tusk, honestly, phenomenal Pokemon, phenomenal upgrade to Donphan. I just wish, like, instead of just catching these as individual Pokemon, I wish you had to bring like a Donphan to the time machine or something, and then you manage, and then that's how you get a Great Tusk. No, I wish that was one way to get Great Tusk. So it connects the Pokemon in present time to the Pokemon in the past or Pokemon in the future. Same with like a Mungus. You get an Amoonguss, so one way you can get a Brute Bonnet, you bring an Amoonguss to the time machine and you get a Brute Bonnet. As well as find them in the wild. I'm not saying don't find them in the wild, but I'm saying like I wish there was a more connection between the Pokemon than just design and lore. I wish like the actual physical in-game connection with them. Like between the two Donphan Paradox forms, I love Great Tusk a lot more than Iron Treads, and Great Tusk just has such a cool design on it. When I first saw it in the trailer, I thought it looked legendary. Like the way it was presented as like a really cool Pokemon, as like a rare secret Pokemon. It's amazing. Like honestly, one of the better Pokemon to come out of the Paradox Area 0 place. Now the Amoonguss Brute Bonnet. Just scary four-legged. I want to see its four legs. Like I want to see the whole body segment. Like, other than that, I like it about the same as an Amoonguss. And Amoonguss, I'd say is like, above these guys. I'd say it's like, yeah, above the loser. No, above Dontosos as well. Yeah. This one, the Magnemite one. What's his name? Sandy Shocks. Wait, this order is weird. It should be like this. Yes, Sandy Shocks should be last. But let me go with Screamtail. Screamtail, I like it as much as I like the Jigglypuff, and that's not that much at all. So I'd say it's like here. I wish they'd done more other than just give it a tail. I wish it learned like a lot more like sound-based moves, you know, and they could have done a lot more with it. It doesn't look like a bit feral looking Jigglypuff, but I don't really like Jigglypuff to begin with, so yeah, if you want, I could above Cockgator. Flutter Mane, really strong, cool looking design, but that's really about it. I'm not too big of a fan of Mischievous in the first place, so I'd say that I like yeah. Do I like more? I do. Do I like Dabblegrass more? I do. Yeah, I'd say it's below King a bit, honestly. Next one, Slitherwing. I hate this Pokemon because I've been shiny hunting it for hours and I still have yet to find it. I've been doing the freaking method where you stand at the beginning of Area 0 and I still haven't gotten it. It's really annoying. But it's still one of the better designs of the whole region. I really like it a lot. Right up here in top B tier. I like it more than Iron Moth. It's just really cool looking design, honestly. And I wish I could use it on my team. And next, Sandy Shocks, in my opinion, the worst Paradox Pokemon. Iron Treads is also one of the worser ones. I don't even know that's a word, but I guess it's probably top of the C tier. Still looks really cool, like, but not really the best. It's kind of disappointing. Why is it trunk over its head? I don't know. Iron Moth, like the iron ones, it shouldn't be this. It should be Iron Jugulis and then Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Iron Jugulis, Iron Moth, and then Iron Thorns. Yeah. So Iron Bundle, it made Dirty Bird good, but I wasn't a big of a fan of Dirty Bird to begin with. So I'd say I like Low Kicks a lot better. Iron Hands, really cool. I just don't like that too many people just spamming belly drum with it in raid battles because it just glitches out the game and gives the instead of OHKOing the Pokemon, it brings it to half health. I'd say one of the better ones. I'd say it's better than. Where would I put it? Would I put it above Flutter Mane? I would not. I would put it below Flutter Mane. Iron Jugulis, I hate that people are just hating on it because it's just a robotic Hydreigon, and they're not wrong. It is just a robotic Hydreigon, except that Hydreigon is a really cool Pokemon, and I really like it a lot. So it can go up here with it can go above Glimmora. Iron Moth, the Mothra, Metal Mothra. I'd also say I like it the same as Iron Hands, but a bit more. Iron Thorns, cool looking Mecha Godzilla, above Grouponic, 100%. Next up, Frigibax, the ugliest Pokemon to come out of the region. You go down there to talk. This one though, Arctibax, the coolest Pokemon from this design, from this line, in my opinion. I like its like dinosaur aesthetic, like raptor style. I thought it was like Cryolophosaurus at first, but I like its spine, similar to Spinosaurus. It's gotta be A tier. It's A tier, probably bottom of A tier, but it's still A tier. I like it above. Yeah, this makes more sense. It's one, in my opinion, I think the best middle stage evolution Pokemon in this whole region. Second best. It's up there with Tinkerton. And now back to Caliber. I dislike that it's too much like Godzilla. I dislike that it's connected to Godzilla because we already got a few Godzilla Pokemon like Duraludon, Tyranitar. I wish it was more Spinosaurus, honestly, because I like Spinosaurus design more. I like that it was like, yeah, this axe on his back, but it's also spine, you know. It looks really cool. Like Frigibax literally had Frigibax had a glow up is up here. It's up here in S tier. Not probably like bottom of S tier, but it was really strong when I used it. Gimmighoul, the Gimmighoul line, I'm not too big of a fan of it, honestly. It could have been a lot better. Golden Egg though, it's string cheese, man. It can't be better. It can't be higher than Dunsparce. These guys are just like goofy joke Pokemon, and I like it, but I wish they weren't. They had like a lot of potential, honestly. Next, the legendary quartet. Wo-Chien. Wo-Chien, the snail, my least favorite out of all of them. But I didn't like it at first, especially its design. But then I learned a lot more about it, especially its lore. So for that, I'd say it's above Tauros. No, I'd say it's below Tauros, higher than Iron Jungus. All of these are really solid design. Chien Pao, my favorite out of all of them. Ice tier straight away. Maybe not ice tier, maybe like high A tier. I like the Finizen line more than it. But I like the sleek design, and it's like Snow Leopard, Sabertooth feel. The only thing I dislike about it is that the swords go through its face, but it's part of the design concept and its origins, so I wouldn't mind it too much. Pinglu is also up there with one of my favorites out of all of them. I'd say it's below Great Tusk, but I've got a boost Pokemon, and it looks really cool. Even though the ball feels a bit heavy, it's like, I don't know, I just like its design as a whole. One of those Pokemon that feels like beasts of Quartet. These two feel like they belong in Quartet. This one just feels like it was hidden away because it was just pure evil, which I like. And Chi-Yu, I'd also say it's below Annihilate, but I like its fiery design. Yeah, overall really cool looking Pokemon. This video is about to be an hour long, god damn. Roaring Moon. This thing, Mega Salamence design, amazing. I want to use it on a team. I want to shiny hunt it, but I know that's gonna take forever. But it looks so cool. My favorite Paradox Pokemon out of all of them, by far. Iron Valiant, I like the combination of Gardevoir, Gallade, and like how it's like mixed in the method, but it's gotta be up here, above Annihilate, but I like Slitherwake a lot more. Now the final two Pokemon, the legendaries. Koraidon is perfect. I like the whole story with Koraidon, how it was just like, yeah, the whole story, yeah, it's hard to even say. Like the whole story with Koraidon was amazing. How I bonded with Koraidon throughout the whole thing. Glad I picked Scarlet because Koraidon was the cooler one. I knew I was spoiled with the typings of Miraidon with Dragon Electric. I knew they're both Dragon, obviously, but I got spoiled with Electric. Koraidon, I still didn't know when I first. I only found out when I battled Professor Sada's Koraidon, and then the sunlight was up, so I thought it was a fire type, then it ended up being fighting type. Collision Course is such a cool move. It's up there with one of my favorite legendaries of all time now, with just how much I bonded with it, and I like how like it was just incorporated into the story so well. You just bonded with it the whole way. It's one of those few legendaries you just don't get at the end. Like you get to use it, the fight at the end, but you get to bond with it throughout the whole journey, which I really like. And Miraidon, I would probably be saying the same thing for Miraidon. If I was playing Violet, so I'll also put it in high A tier. But I dislike those. I like the design of Koraidon more, and I feel like Koraidon could express more emotion than Miraidon. Because Miraidon is more robotic. And that's the list, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you agreed with. I want to hear your opinions on my list. I want to hear your opinions on the Pokemon in general as well. Overall, if I had to say, this region had a lot of meh average Pokemon, but a lot of cool bangers, and very few Pokemon that I really just dislike. And yeah, overall, really solid region full of a great roster of Pokemon. But I want to hear what you guys think. Tell me in the comment section, what would you put in S tier, what would you put in F tier, which one do you disagree with? Maybe you are someone who loves I don't know, Sandy Shocks, but hates Claudsar, and I don't know why anyone would do that, but yeah. this video is about to be an hour long, so I'll wrap it up quick. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next time.